If you've ever wondered why Murrieta continually pops up on the best places to live lists all over the internet, I'm here to break it down for you on exactly why it continues to make that list year after year. I want to share with you 8 reasons that people love to live in Murrieta, California. And make sure you stick around because number 7 is what makes Murrieta completely different than all of the surrounding Southern California cities. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley. From new construction tours to neighborhood spotlights to new things coming here to the valley, I want you and your family to know exactly what it's like living here before you make the move. Let's get to it. All right, so here we go. We are going to break down the top 8 reasons that people love to live in Murrieta, California. Let's go. Reason number 1 is safety. Murrieta consistently ranks among the top 10 safest cities in California and is one of the most safe cities here in the entire region. And it's not just statistics, it's actually something you feel when you live here. People are out walking around at night. You've got kids playing around outside. People and neighbors actually talk to each other. And I would say that's definitely something that people notice when they move here from different areas, is just the family friendliness and overall safety feeling they feel when it comes to living in Murrieta. So check out those stats for yourself, but it is consistently ranked one of the top safest cities here in the area. Reason number 2 is that Murrieta is very family friendly. We have a ton to do for kids here in the area. There are parks galore. Everywhere you look, there is a park. There are sports parks. There's just little parks with playgrounds for kids to run around in, big open fields. It's something that Murrieta really prioritized when building out the master plan for the city, was to make sure that there was outdoor space for families and kids to enjoy together. And so that makes it incredibly family friendly. There are lots of local events, things that are kid friendly as well as adult friendly, and it really just brings the community together. And outside of that, we've got fantastic schools, which we will touch on here in just a bit as well. So whether you have toddlers, teens, or thinking about having kids, Murrieta is a fantastic place to raise them. Reason number 3 is the location is perfect. And I know some of you guys are gonna comment on here and be like, yeah, it could be by the beach. And you're right, it could be by the beach, but you'd be spending mega millions to be there. So location and affordability coming together here all in one makes the Murrieta location absolutely perfect. So we are just an hour away from San Diego, just an hour away from Orange County and Disneyland and all that goes on out there. You're an hour and a half to get up to LA if you have some reason to get into LA. And we're just surrounded by all sorts of things to do. While there's lots of things to do here locally inside of Murrieta as well, if you want to go visit the beach, it's about 45 minutes. If you want to go skiing up in the mountains, that's about an hour. If you want to go hang out by the pool in the desert out in Palm Springs, it's about 45 minutes to an hour as well. And so we've got all sorts of things to do. We're in the perfect location where we are right in the middle of things. Yes, you may need to hop on the freeway to go drive to some of those things, but we're right in the middle and nothing is really more than an hour away. Reason number 4, and this is why most people reach out to us here on our channel all the time, is that you get more home for your money. People often come to us from San Diego, LA, Orange County, and from across the country as well, because they find out that Murrieta is one of the most affordable and nicest areas of Southern California. It's plain and simple. We are 30% cheaper than LA and San Diego and Orange County. So if you don't want to spend the $1 million+ price tag to have a 4 or 5 bedroom home, Murrieta is absolutely the place for you. You're going to get a bigger lot. You're going to get a bigger home. It might come with a pool and solar panels and potentially RV parking. It's just gonna come with a lot more bang for your buck when it comes to buying here in Southern California. Again, you could absolutely have a nicer location directly on the beach, but that's gonna be way outside of your price point. And there are more affordable areas, but it may come with some other downsides there as well. So Murrieta is the perfect blend of affordability when it comes to living here. Reason number 5 is the weather is actually better than you think. No, we are not a coastal city right up against the beach. We do have some hills and mountains that separate us from the actual water. But while Murrieta does get warm in the summers, we average about 95 degrees in the summer, and we'll certainly have stretches that get up over 100 degrees for a few days during the summer. It cools down here all the time in the evenings. You may be out wearing shorts and a tank top and flip-flops during the day, and then you could find yourself, go into a movie theater or go have dinner and come out and you need a jacket because it's down in the 60s. I know that is totally different for you. If you're coming from a different part of the country, the 60s don't sound cold, but to Southern Californians, that is freezing cold weather. It feels like it's about to snow to us, but it always cools down. So that is one of the really great features here, is that you may have hot temperatures during the day in the summer, but it's always going to cool down at night. We always get the ocean breeze that comes down over the hills and cools off our entire valley. And that is an amazing feature that while it may get hot, you can expect that you can still sleep with your windows open or have a nice relaxing night out with a blanket on your lap in the evenings, even in summer. Reason number 6 is Murrieta is clean, organized, and maintained. If you are coming from a bigger city, this is going to be a totally different feeling for you. Landscaping is always taken care of, trash is picked up, streets and roads are maintained, shopping centers stay maintained. You just don't see rundown older things here in our area. And some of that comes with the fact that Murrieta really just started to explode in the 90s. So we don't have anything much older than about 30 plus years at this point. But a lot of people that come to us from our YouTube channel that reach out from all over the country are coming from, sometimes some bigger cities and metropolitan areas. And the first thing they comment on when they get here is just how clean it is and how well put together the entire city looks. And so again, a little bit newer feeling that you would get than maybe visiting San Diego or Orange County, which are much older areas here in Southern California. So it's just going to feel newer, be a little bit cleaner, a little bit better maintained. Number 7 is Murrieta still feels like a small town without being small. I told you this is the one that makes Murrieta different than most of Southern California. While the population is up over 100,000, that's a big town to many people, but it still feels like a small town. You're going to run into your friends at Target and grocery stores and see the same faces at restaurants all the time. We are consistently running into people that we know and love all over town, and you recognize each other, say hi to each other. And outside of that, we end up playing sports with the same people every single year. Our kids are in sports, and we know the entire league, and we see them out and around town. And so it's just small town feel without actually being small, because we have all of the amenities that you actually want. We've got all the stores and all the restaurants and the mall and entertainment and things to do, the perfect location, great price points, and it still feels like a small town, which is super fantastic. You live in certain parts of San Diego or Orange County, and you may have the same size population number, but it just feels a little more disconnected as far as community goes. So small town feel, but not small here. Number 8 is that Murrieta is growing, but it's growing smart. It's growing in ways that people actually appreciate. Yes, we may have some local residents say, hey, there are way too many homes being built here for infrastructure and some of those pieces, and we're gonna have some of those growing pains as some of those things go on. But what we are seeing coming here is more shops, more restaurants, more infrastructure, more retail coming here to the area, and they're things that people actually want. And I know that the running joke here on a lot of our local boards and threads and all that is not another car wash, because we have plenty of car washes here in Murrieta. But other than that, we are growing in smart ways and bringing things to the community that people actually want. And so this really feels like an area that you can plant your roots and live in for a really long time. So that's it for our 8 reasons why people absolutely love living here in Murrieta, California. Thanks for watching. If you've been thinking about moving to Murrieta or to the Temecula Valley or anywhere here in Southern California, feel free to reach out. We create these videos to start a conversation, and we are happy to have a continued conversation with you. You can call us, you can text us, you can send an email, or you can even schedule a one-on-one Zoom consultation by clicking in the description below. There's a link there that will take you directly to our calendar. You can schedule some time, and we can just chat through all of the questions that you might have about living here in the area. Whether you are buying in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, or you're just not even sure if this is the right place for you, I encourage that we still have that conversation. We're totally okay with that. Your time frame doesn't matter. We want to get you all the information that you need before you make the move here and help you make a right decision for you and your family. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Feel free to drop a comment, like, and subscribe, and feel free to reach out anytime. We'll see you next time.